Hello, today we're going to talk about rests. So a rest is basically a stated silence in music. So when we have a specific spot that we do not want to have people sing or play, we create rests. Up here we see 5 different rests. We have our whole rest, which is hanging below this line right here. It's usually hangs below the 4th line, and you can see that it's black and it's filled in. The half rest looks exactly like the whole rest. The difference is it sits on top of the 3rd line. See, this one hangs underneath the 4th. This one sits on top of the 3rd. This one is our quarter rest. We see this one quite a bit. And I don't know how else to describe it, but if you look right here, this little section looks like a Z, and this little teeny tiny part looks like a C or a moon. So, or you could say a lightning bolt. It could be the shape of a man. Here's the forehead, and here's a nose and the mouth. However you want to look at it. But this is a quarter rest. This one right here is called the 8th rest. And notice it has like just a little flag type thing like this. And that's how we know that it's an 8th rest. And this one is a 16th rest. And notice it has 2 flag-like looking things out to the side. So these are our rests. These are the 5 main rests. If we were to do a 30-second one, we would just add another flag, just like we would on a note. So each one of these correspond with the notes. Whole note and a whole rest, half note, half rest, quarter note, quarter rest, 8th note, 8th rest, 16th note, 16th rest. So let's talk about our quarter rest. Our quarter rest is going to be worth 1 beat if we're in 4/4 time signature. Remember, the 4 on the bottom of the time signature defines that the quarter note is going to get the beat. Okay, so the note makes the sound. The rest tells us to rest for 1 sound, for 1 beat. So if we were to sing this, this would go ta, 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 4 beats. Now let's play, replace one of those notes with a rest. And now we have ta, ta, ta. It is very important to rest when it says to rest. Please don't sing over the top of rest or ignore them. They are so very important, especially if we want to be connected together. So let's talk about some other rests. Our whole rest. Okay. Half rest. Flags. And 2 flags. And then here's our 32nd and our 64. And I bet you can imagine that a 1/28 would have 5 flags. Okay, so here's a chart, kind of like your factorization chart for the notes and for numbers. This is what it breaks down. Whole, 2 of those half notes equals a whole. 4 quarter notes equals a half, a whole. 2 equals a half. 2 8th notes equals 1 quarter note. 4 8th notes equals 1 half. And 8 equals 1 whole. A 16th, 2 of them equals an 8th. 4 of them equals a quarter. 8 of them equals a half. And 16 of them, all these, equals a whole. All right, these are your rests. I hope that you understand, and if you don't, shoot me an email. Have a good day, and please try to memorize these so that you can get 100% on note and rest identifications.